Hello friends, and welcome back to another money video. We've witnessed a year of unprecedented events like no other in 2020 that not only impacted our finances but also other spheres of our lives. And I'm sure for a lot of us, we're more than happy to leave 2020 behind and are hoping for a much better, less stressful, and definitely more financial beneficial 2021. And even though we're still very much in the midst of a pandemic, a lot of us still see the new year as an opportunity for a fresh start and new beginnings. And so if you really want to work on your financial goals this year and really make a difference to your financial position, then this is the video for you. I've managed to compile a list of some smart money moves you can make this year that will make a huge difference to your wallet. Now, they're in no particular order, nor do you have to do all of them right away. You can start with the ones that really speak out to you and also match your current personal and financial circumstances. But remember, the end goal is to make sure that by the end of 2021, we have not only improved our financial positions, but we have made this year our best financial year to date. So with that in mind, let's get started. Tip number one is to get serious about creating savings goals. One of the key lessons that we've taken from 2020 was just how necessary savings and a financial cushion are. With a high rate of people losing their jobs, being placed on furlough meant many had to sign up to holiday programs when it came to delaying payments for their mortgage, their rent, their credit card, and personal loan repayments. And that's why in 2021, it's really time to get serious about saving. And even if you think you're already in a comfortable financial position, think about exactly what you would like to save for. This can be either a small or a large goal, but I recommend starting with a small goal because you'll complete it quickly and it will give you more motivation to pursue other bigger goals. Then start to put aside a portion of your money specifically for your different saving goals. Just remember, you can create saving goals for anything you want and anything that is important to you. Personally, I have different saving pots that range from money for birthday dinners all the way to saving for a house deposit. But each saving pot has a pound value associated with it that I'm working to have by the end of a given time period. It's totally dependent on what you would like to achieve and what is important to you. But the key thing is to make sure that saving is a major priority for you this year. And then I would suggest that you take time to automate payment into these savings accounts. Tip number two is to create a budget and give it a regular tune-up. Now, I know that if you are a regular on this channel, you will know how passionate I am about budgeting. And that's because having a budget is so crucial, as it gives you an understanding of how your money moves through your hands. And even if you have been successfully budgeting already, it's important to continue to make revisions and improvements on your budget. Whether that be looking for ways to continuously decrease your expenses or find ways that you can increase your income. You may have already adjusted your budget during the pandemic, maybe more than once, but as you think about what you want for this year, it's definitely worth taking some time to reevaluate your budget, have another look at your expenses, and make sure you're not spending more than you need to. What I have found to be super effective for me is to create a spreadsheet and a list of my monthly expenses and find ways to reduce my spending. I particularly like to check whether any non-essential items can be trimmed from my budget. And when you do this, you might find that you need to cut down on the number of subscriptions and streaming services that you've signed up for. You might also be able to release some money by cutting down how much you spend on food by switching to discount supermarkets like Lidl and Aldi. Prices vary a lot between supermarkets, and you could find that your usual go-to is actually not the best option. The same logic can be applied to your other monthly expenses as well, like your mobile phone contract. Check how much you are currently spending and then compare rates for things like SIM-only deals, especially if you're content with your current phone and don't need to upgrade it. And of course, if you don't know where or how to start with creating and evaluating your budget, then please check out this video where I go through step by step and in full detail how I budget my money and how I track my spending on a month by month basis, and how my budget tends to reveal how I can save money really fast. So check out this video. I will link it up here and I will also link it in the description box below. Tip number 3 is to make a commitment to improve your credit score by actively looking to not only improve your score, but to also fix any errors that may be present. It's so essential to take the time to not only manage, but also actively look to boost your credit score, especially during this era of uncertainty. And that's because a credit score is no longer just about whether you can get mortgages, credit cards, or personal loans. Your score can now also affect your application and access to the best mobile phone contracts, monthly car insurance, bank accounts, and so much more. So make an effort to check your credit report at least twice this year. Check that report for errors that may be dragging your score down, or for accounts that you don't recognize, which could actually be fraudulent. And the added benefit is that you can do this for free by using the credit bureaus in your country. Tip number 4 is to keep building on your emergency fund. Now, a lot of people have seen an increase in the amount they're able to save each month from working from home and not being able to socialize like they used to. So now is the best time to use that increased disposable income more effectively. Doing so will enable you to save money, pay off debt, and meet your financial goals that bit faster. For example, an extra £50 per month can quickly add up throughout the entire year. And 2020 has taught us that having a solid emergency fund stashed away is one of the wisest financial decisions you can make. In fact, most financial experts recommend keeping enough emergency savings on hand to cover at least 6 months to 1 year's worth of your regular expenses, including paying for your rent, your groceries, and other recurring monthly bills. Even if your emergency fund survived 2020, you should try to keep it topped up. And remember, it's both possible and smart to pay down debt and build an emergency fund simultaneously. Otherwise, an unexpected expense can push you back into credit card debt right after you've gone out of it. Tip number 5, increase your income with a side hustle. If your regular income was disrupted last year, or if you'd like to boost your income and or your savings, it has never been easier to turn your hobbies into a full-fledged 6-figure income business in the comfort of your own home like it is now. The added benefit is that there's several online marketplaces that have popped up to help ordinary people like you and me find buyers for all kinds of talents. I'm talking about web designing, knitting, or just using your current skills for your 9-to-5 to help other people. So commit yourself to spend at least a few hours a week on starting and scaling up a secondary income. And of course, these side gigs can also be beneficial in expanding your skills and your network, both of which you could add to your CV and use during your job interviews. And if you work hard enough, you can even turn that side hustle into a full-fledged business and live the life you have always dreamed of. Of course, if you're looking for ideas on the type of side hustles you could start in the comfort of your home, even in your pajamas, check out this video that will show you how you can easily scale up a side income to start making up to £500 a day, all in the comfort of your pajamas. And of course, above all those tips mentioned previously, it is also super important to make sure that you prioritize your mental health. The success of meeting any money goals this year will be dependent on you making sure that you take care of your mental health. This is especially important if you are struggling. Although most of the tips I've mentioned above are about saving or making money, sometimes it's also really important to spend money in the areas that are important to you and to those around you. So if you are struggling mentally, it's important to carve some money out of your budget and your schedule to take care of yourself. That may mean booking a therapy session with a qualified therapist, exercising more, or whatever it is important to make you feel better. You don't have to spend a fortune, but a few pounds spent here and there that can help ease the stresses of life in a pandemic will always be money well spent, in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below, what are some of your favorite money moves you're hoping to make this year? What are your tips for how you can become successful in meeting those money moves? And of course, don't forget to check out these videos, which will show you how you can practically start budgeting, and by using some simple frugal living techniques, you can start to save money really quickly. Don't forget to hit that like button and to subscribe, and of course to share this video with someone who is looking to make a positive impact on their finances. And until the next video, thank you so much for all your support. Take care. Bye.